Another boring pastor joke here. I like these here. This Usher's little lady comes through the door. Usher says, "Ma'am, can I sit you?" She says, "Yes, I would like to sit right up in the front row, please." And he says, "Well, ma'am, okay." He's walking down through and he says, "I'm just going to warn you, our pastor is pretty boring." And he says, "Still want to sit in the front row." And she gets up there and she says, "Do you have any idea who I am?" And he says, "No, ma'am, I don't." He says, "Well, I happen to be the pastor's mother."
Oh, God.
Usher looks at her and says, "Do you know who I am?" And she says, "No." And he said, "Good."
I like that one.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, this is a little, okay. This could happen to us, I think. Okay, let's try it anyway. Lady gets on the bus with a baby. Bus driver, you know how you put your money in there token, looks up and says, "Lady, that's the ugliest baby I've ever seen in my life." It's like oh, brand new baby, she's proud of it, Some of them are ugly, to start with, but then they get pretty later. Anyway, she goes back to the back of the bus and she sits down and she's like, "I can't believe that bus driver just insulted me." And this guy's sitting over here and he's concerned about her, He says, "Well, ma'am, you ought to just go up there and give him a piece of your mind." And she says, "Well," "yeah, I think I will." He said, "Well, let me hold your monkey for you while you go."
Now I like that.
You know how sometimes we tempt God, we do things that we're not supposed to do, and we know we're not supposed to do them, like walking on the edge of a cliff and knowing it's 1,000 feet down, and we know we could fall. Well, this one guy did. He was walking down there, lost his footing, and was falling. And as he's falling, he says, God, help me, Lord, help me." All of a sudden, there's a limb hanging out. And he grabs hold of it, and he's hanging there, and he still looks down. It's like 1,000 foot still to go. He's going, God, help me. Is anybody up there? Is anybody up there? He was wanting somebody to walk by, at least throw him a rope or something. Nobody answered. He says, "There's got to be somebody up there." And all of a sudden he says, "I'm here." He says, "Who is that?" He says, "It's God." He said, "Really? Is that you, God?" He said, "Yes, it's me." He says, "Well, can you help me?" He says, "Let go." He thinks for a minute. He's going, "Is there anybody else up there?" Yeah, that would take some faith, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Somebody be playing with you. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Old 75-year-old guy. He's at his birthday party. No. Yeah. And they're telling him, he's a good, healthy looking guy, physically really fit. And they're all asking him, says, "Well, Grandpa, what's the secret of how you stay so young and young looking?" And he says, he said, 60, 50 years ago, whatever, said, when me and your mama got married, we said, if we ever had an argument and everything, that the one was wrong, whoever was wrong, would have to take a walk.
I like the monkey.
He was wrong a lot, okay? Yeah. He probably walked every day. All right. Yeah. Okay. Rich man at church just made millions, all money. He said, "Okay." He's there, and the preacher says, "Why don't you come up here, brother, and give you testimony of how you got rich?" And he said, "Well, I got rich because I put my faith in God." And he said, "I remember when I first came to this church, there was a missionary came here for a mission and said, I had $1 to my whole name. That's all I ever had, $1. And I said, well, I can keep this dollar or I can give this dollar to that ministry. And he's going, he gave that dollar to that ministry. He said, I've been blessed ever since. He said, that's how my wealth came. And they're going, wow, that is great. That's great, preacher. And he walks back to the back and sits down. There's a little old lady sitting next to him, looks over at him and says, I dare you do it again. Would you? Give everything you have.
Everything.
Huh? That'd be tough.
That's good, buddy.
It would, but
Yes.